I never know how to start a podcast. 3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, welcome to this new episode. Today I'm with Chandy, who you may already know from a previous episode. Today we'll be chill, so we'll just comfortably discuss about what we're up to these days and just talk about life in general. So let's get started. Chandy, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you not too stressed?
I'm still stressed, but it's okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so actually we can start now. So we haven't seen each other for a month, I think, right? And last month we actually saw each other almost every week or twice a week or something.
Yeah. Too much?
Yeah. No, that was nice. And now we have more things to catch up on because it's been a month. So I'll probably ask you what you've been up to for the past month. And I know you're preparing a big project. I mean, a new adventure is waiting for you. And actually, today you got your visa, right?
Few days ago.
Oh.
I just checked my email. Sorry. I feel bad. So I did the not interview, but go to the office to do the visa on Friday. Yeah. And I got it on Monday.
Wow, so fast. They did it on the weekend?
I'm not sure.
What?
And I was there Friday evening, 3 p.m. And I got it on Monday.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you actually need to do the visa. So basically you're going to
Australia, Sydney.
Okay.
But should I introduce myself first?
Yes, let's do that. I thought everyone knew about you already.
No, I haven't introduced myself.
Yeah, barely.
Maybe my background and what I do.
Yeah, let's do that. So Chandy, please introduce yourself first.
Yeah, sorry everyone. Let's get to know who is Chandy. Okay, so my background is I took architecture for 4 years. So I finished my bachelor about 3 years ago. And yeah, so basically I graduated in 2020 during the pandemic. So after I graduated, I didn't pursue my career as a full-time architect, but I started to do freelance and do a startup with my friends. But then it was more like an experiment startup because we were quite young. So then it was not a successful startup.
But what was the main business of that startup?
The startup was a co-working space where we here right now. It was a co-working space. Yeah. And then it wasn't doing well because it was during pandemic and we were young. We were not very responsible.
Wait, how old were you back then? Straight after graduating?
19.
Oh, really? You graduated, you were 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I? Oh my God. 3 years ago.
3 years ago? You were 21.
21. 21. Sorry. Yeah, still young. Yeah, and then it didn't go well. So then, we start with 5 people, and then 3 people will part ways, and some go to study abroad. And then there were only 2, me and my other co-founder, which then we started another business and also a hobby called Beton Craft Studio.
Oh.
Yeah, that's when we start our craft, when it's also the pandemic shut down, and then we started it together. Yeah, and then it's still going till now, so it's been 3 years.
Wow, okay. We'll talk more about this business because that's actually how I met you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you met me. You were in my workshop.
Yeah.
My first workshop.
Oh, it was your first workshop, right?
Yeah. Super nervous.
And your first workshop was this year, so meaning after 3 years of building this business, right?
Yeah. And then was confidence enough to start.
Okay. But the main question, I think, did we mention where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Battambang, Cambodia. Always.
Because I don't know, people might think you studied architecture in the US or France. So you're based in Cambodia.
Cambodia, yeah. Okay. I studied architecture in an international school here in Phnom Penh.
Okay.
But I moved to Phnom Penh like about 15 years ago already. So I become like a city girl.
Oh, but you were born in Battambang,
Yeah.
and you actually lived in Battambang for a while.
For about 5 to 6 years. And I moved here
Yeah, okay.
with my whole family.
Do you still go back to Battambang?
Yeah, once in a while.
Oh, does it feel like home? No, anymore?
Not so much because I was so young.
Okay.
And I haven't got time to explore my own hometown yet. And that's what I'm also looking forward to do.
Okay. Going back about like Beton Craft Studio, what was the catalyst of starting this business? And it grew from it started from the passion of doing. So maybe explaining what Beton Craft Studio is about.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So back then it was pandemic and we stay home and we don't have any project or freelance to do. And then I'm becoming a plant mom. So yeah, we wanted to make our own planter, and then we experiment from like a plastic jar or like a waste from kitchen for the mold, and then we make it with white cement where there's no color yet. It's only like white cement. Yeah, and then we just make for like 3 months, experiment to 4 months until we come up with the ideas and also with more molds and introducing color. Yeah, so it's like our background is we know a lot of construction material, and white cement is also one of the fundamental material for the construction. It's your wall, actually your interior wall.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then we just make the craft, and then now I implement like sustainable with the bottle which I start my workshop. It's the terrazzo workshop with recycled glass. Yeah, so now 30 to 50% of the product is recycled bottle glass from like a beer, wine, or kitchen waste glass.
But that like terrazzo way of doing things, like DIY terrazzo, was it something that you found on YouTube by chance?
Yeah. So we did inspire from the Instagram, the reel. We see this very popular in abroad. So then we try to do it.
Wow.
So we self-learn DIY.
And so from how long after you started doing that did you think about like building a business from that like hobby?
I think it was about 4 months when we doing experiment. That time I was still doing the startup, and I also start my class. Like I start to like explore myself in contemporary art. Yeah. So that's when I know Sasa art. Sasa art. The class I took was called, the full name is documentary and contemporary photograph with my teacher Lina.
Okay.
Yeah, he's also the co-founder of Sasa Art Project. It's a non-profit institute that where we do like art gallery, show, exhibition, but also an education to train, and also for introduce young Cambodian to the art scene.
Is it the only non-profit organization institute related to art in Cambodia?
I think yes, in Phnom Penh.
Oh, okay.
But there's also another one in Battambang. It's called Pha Bun Lư Salapa.
Okay. And how did you learn about hear about Sasa Art School, a project?
So it's a long journey, but it's just 3 years ago. So I started to become interested in doing volunteer work, like doing research on the survey old building. It was the project called Rongkon Project. It's the a project that we worked that survey old cinema in Cambodia.
A survey.
A survey.
Oh, okay.
Like survey, documenting, interviewing, and also survey meaning like we study about the plans to draw the existence of the old cinemas.
Old cinemas. Oh, like the one on there was
Chenla cinema.
Is it the one on Norodom? Like a long time ago, there used to be a cinema on the Norodom. No.
What cinema? There's a lot of cinema.
So you had to draw
on
all the cinemas from before.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's a project long time ago, but then I started a little bit late.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like a whole map of Phnom Penh of old cinema located, and most of the cinema already demolished. But some are still remaining. That's why they do the survey and documenting the remaining building.
Okay.
Yeah. And
how many are left in right now?
Oh, right now it's I'm not sure, but I just know that a lot have been demolished.
Okay.
But there's still like a what?
Remnants?
Remnant of the walls and what remaining, but inside the city, especially in Don Peng district, a lot have been demolished.
Oh, interesting. And how did you join this project? Like as a graduating student?
I know the project in Facebook. Yeah, but
okay.
I was in year 1.
Okay.
Oh, I think it was before 3 years ago. I confused. So I was in year 1 architecture.
So
and then I volunteer in the project, surveying old buildings, old cinema, and then
it's not a paid job, right?
It's not a paid job.
Okay.
Yeah. So I work with the senior architect and who are passionate about documenting old buildings.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I started. I think started to see the beauty in all of those historical buildings.
What was it like? Were the cinemas back then also influenced by French architecture, like colonial?
No, most of the cinema back then was the remaining of a new movement of architecture from Sangkombianiyum.
Which is which year? Like this movement?
The era under a king.
So which year was it? Like
1960s.
Oh wow! Okay.
1960s. So that was like after the French colonial. Yeah, after that French colonial, we started the new movement of architecture when the start of like new look and new like that building IFL building, like the new architecture and new era of Cambodia. We started to have our own architecture and our style.
Okay.
Like right after the independent
Okay.
day.
Is there a famous Khmer architect that you'd like to mention?
Yeah. Like last week I joined the talk about the One Molivan project. So it was Lokta One Molivan. He's like his legendary. We call him. Everyone call him the man who built Cambodia. It's actually the documentary where you can watch.
So you went to look at this documentary, like a premiere?
No.
Oh, it's an old documentary?
Yeah, old documentary, yeah.
So this architect, could you spell like slowly for people to like, if they want to look up the name of this architect?
So One Molivan spell VANN, one, MOLYVANN.
Okay.
One Molivan.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And like, do you have a not fun story, but an anecdote linked to cinemas back then? Like maybe a myth or like a story that happened in a cinema back in the days, or
I think
legend.
You know what happened to Cambodia, right?
Yeah.
The Khmer Rouge.
Yeah.
Like after the 1960s.
Yeah.
And then the war and everything. And we lost like 70 to 80% of everything, like human resource, documenting, it was burned, it was lost. That's why I think they did that to find all of those documents, and also some laws, so then only people talk about it. So then we interview people and learn all of this. Like especially the famous movie called, I think it's in 2000s, Nesat Krapper, like the crocodile, you know,
No.
by Priya Sawat. You know
Is it
Priya
a song? Is it a song? Or are you talking
No,
about a
Priya
song?
Sawat is the top singer.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But what
yeah.
about the crocodile? What
It's
is?
the movie.
Ah,
It's the
okay.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like shown in theater, but then it lost like the file and
Oh,
documentary.
really?
Yeah, it's
So
it
no one
lost.
can look at this movie anymore?
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
it
gosh.
doesn't know where the document is anymore.
Oh.
But a lot have been lost.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, so that's like the year where we start from zero after the Khmer Rouge
Okay.
and everything. Yeah.
And this year, which year was it? 19. The first year we started everything, like maybe the end of the.
I think it can be like 1979 that when the
Okay.
war finished, but
Yeah.
then it still have like not yet finished completely.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it's like the year 2000
Okay. When really.
when we like coming up again, like building from zero,
Mm.
starting from zero.
Yeah, we should do a podcast about like Khmer history or something. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I think it's so long already.
I'm sure many people will be interested. Like, not many people, in France would know about Cambodia, or maybe some people don't even know that there was a genocide. So I think it will be interesting. But looking back, going back into the topic of like cinemas, because I remember one day I went to a restaurant and my dad told me that this restaurant used to be a cinema before, and that there was a legend about like someone saying that there used to be a dragon or a snake coming out of this like
Is it in Phnom Penh?
yeah, but I can't remember about this story. I might ask him again.
Okay.
You've never heard about like something about like the story of a of a snake coming out of a cinema or something?
Not sure, but there's so many cinema. Yeah.
all right. Okay, so wait.
Yeah, and that's how I know Sasat.
Wait,
Yeah, it was this project called
yeah.
Rongkun Project.
Yes.
Yeah, to summarize again. And then there's an exhibition called Kaen,
Okay.
when I also become a volunteer as well.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I work with Sasa Art, and then they introduce a class, and then I start to study with the class for like 5 months, and then 2 months for working on my first photo exhibition as a group graduation.
Okay.
So that's how I start my photograph
journey.
Journey
But
in an art
Besides,
field.
besides the ad,
Yeah.
is the one who organized that like cinema project?
Part of it.
Oh, okay.
Part of it.
So that program, like the class you're enrolled in, it's a short program, like 5-month program.
Yeah, 5 to 6 months.
Okay, and you get a certificate at the end.
Yeah, you get a certificate, and you get to have like a group exhibition. Like it's around 10 only 10 students.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're selected, or they just take the first people who come, like.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Not many students. I think because they have to limit
Okay.
the funding as well.
Oh,
And
it's free.
Yeah, I only spend around $50 for
Okay.
6 months. So it's a scholarship. Scholarship, but they also have funding. But yeah, we have to pay a little bit. But they also give us the fee for making the work as well after the 5-month lecture.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's very good.
Mm.
Win-win. Yeah. It's very open my eye, and that's how I start my first photograph that also talk about the urban development and old and new architecture.
I was looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I start the photo, and then I start to involve myself in sculpture work. Thanks
Through,
to Beton Craft Studio. I think I
Okay.
have that skill from practicing my craft with the cement. Yeah, so my sculpture work using also the construction material.
Okay. And this leads you to this new like project, which is waiting for you like by the end of this month, or
Yeah. So I didn't even know that this real. I just know that I've been manifesting this opportunity for a while.
oh,
Like, oh, what if my project travel around the world or abroad, and I'm going to like,
oh, wow. So manifesting actually works.
it's work and it takes time and
Wow.
effort.
Wow. Okay. So can you tell us about this like this thing that is happening?
So this is like the first residency. Yeah, so I started my first residency with Sasa Art Project.
In
Yeah.
which year?
Last year.
Ah, okay, okay.
That was my first
2022.
residency when I started to involve from photo to sculpture. Yeah, and then
Oh, can you explain what a residency is again for some listeners?
so residency is an experiment program where it is for a new artist, like especially in their first 5 years of practice in the art field, for them to experiment their time and also work on anything that they wish to work on. So then they ready for the solo exhibition. Yeah. So solo
Ooh.
exhibition is a very big things.
Is it like your debut or something?
Kinda debut, yeah.
Okay. And residency usually like lasts at least 1-2 months.
So it's depend on the art space and gallery. And at Sasa Art, we have options and like fund to support, and it's depend on the artist and also time available. It can start from 1 month or 3 months to 3 months. So it's depend.
Okay.
But my next residency, which I'm very excited, is Sydney. It will be one month. So I'm going the art space called 16 Albert.
Okay.
It's in Sydney, and I'm going to collaborate with NAS, National Art of Sydney, where I will make my sculpture at their studio. Their studio, I think the studio called MFA, Master of Fine Art Studio. Yeah, where I will share my studio with like postgrad student. So I'm gonna spend like 1 month at the studio, and then prepare my work for the group exhibition at 16 Albert.
Which will be the date of this exhibition?
The date of the exhibition is on the 7 October.
Wow, tight schedule.
Yeah. So my residency start on the 4th of September until 29
Okay.
September.
Do you think it's feasible to, like, you already have in your head what you want to do, right?
Yeah. The sculpture is actually my same body of work,
Okay.
which I will be developed from it. It's called a soso.
Wait, I think
Soso meaning a pillar.
pillar. Okay. And when you say that you already know what you're going to do, is because you've already done that sculpture before and you will be reproducing it, right?
Yes. So the sculpture is when I did with my first residency, and also I did another pillar for the Treeline in Siem.
Okay. Treeline
so
is the name of a...
Treeline is the name of the hotel, which
okay.
is also a gallery too. They hosting like a group exhibition once a month, and they also have like a artist grant. Artist grant. So they're giving a grant, like
award,
like a fund for young artists to work on their project. So I also won the grant, which I work in a collaboration project, or can call collective, but it's in between. So I work with my 2 other friends, Vanna and Pisay.
Okay. And that's in the past, you already did it.
We did the group exhibition, but we also
Okay.
won the grant, and
Okay.
the exhibition will be on October 24. So after I'm back from Sydney,
Oh my
so
gosh.
many plans.
But how are you going to work on that if you're in Sydney? Like,
We've been working on it for like
okay.
1 year already.
Oh.
Yeah, it's coming.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. So
Yeah, it's
basically
almost
the
ready.
24th of October,
Yeah, 24th of October.
you will be to go, you have to go to Siem Reap to show the final product.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the date of the opening exhibition at Treeline in Siem Reap. So
Okay.
if you're in Siem Reap, please pass by. It's on the 24th October. This year.
2023.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there a panel who will like judge who's the winner or something? Like we have to vote?
It's already I think announced. There's
Ah.
like 5 artists who won, and we are the one only. 4 artists, and with like another one, which we are a group.
Ah.
So
Oh,
it's
so you already
around-
have the result? Like you won already?
Yeah, we won and get the grant.
Oh my gosh. Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, amazing. But when was the like the judging like process? Like how do you call that? The selection.
The grant was announced back like in January this year.
Ah.
So we've been working on a project for. It's a continued project.
Okay. Is it sculpture also?
We're working on a many medium.
Okay.
Yeah.
wait.
Like from photo, video, performance to sculpture.
So, okay, I'm interested in like how is it to be like work on a common project with different people, like because you need to share the who's doing what.
Yeah, it's been a tough project, but we learned so much from the project itself, because it's not like you working alone on this, and we have to deal with teamwork and a lot of argument to come to this point. Yeah, but at first we wanted to work only on one medium, but then after like going to visit the site location and the process, we come up with the conclusion that we will be supporting each other projects. So we have 3 different body of work that will be supporting and complement each other. We are like almost a collective. Doesn't mean that we have to work on one project, but we can support and change the role.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to see the result, like after what you said. How it turns out. Okay. So going.
So if I like sculpture, then I will do sculpture.
Yeah.
And if my other friend love photo, she do photo. And if another one love video performance, then he do video performance.
Oh, so basically you combine the 3 mediums to create
Together.
one work.
Yeah, but it's in a same topic and theme.
Okay. What was the theme this time?
It's still in a development, but
okay.
community based.
Okay.
So we work with people, a lot of community. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
You want to say something?
No, I think I'm not going to say this.
Why?
Yeah, the project is a little bit sensitive.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Community and also the development sector here.
Ah, okay.
So I think it's better to see it visual.
Okay. But if you already won the prize, it means that the judges already saw the final product? They already...
Not yet. So when we get the fund, we haven't produced the work yet. We get the fund and we go on to produce the work.
Okay. But how do you win then? Like, how do you get selected?
Because we write proposal to them what we want to work about. And
okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's just a letter proposal.
All right.
And our portfolio.
Nice. Okay, so you already started like working on it, right? I guess.
Yeah. It's almost finished because
Nice.
the exhibition is on October.
Right.
So soon.
That's what you've been working on this past month.
Yeah, it's all packed and it's coming together.
Finally. Cool. Okay.
Cool.
So going back, I think we were talking about
My residency.
Residency. Yeah, right. So the sculpture.
The sculpture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the residency in Sydney to build the sculpture there.
Uh-huh. And that sculpture that you've done already before in Cambodia, it's been exposed already?
Yeah, it's been exposed at my first residency and in the Treeline gallery.
Treeline gallery is in
Treeline gallery that I
Treeline.
mentioned.
Oh yeah, Siem Reap. Oh right.
Yeah, and they both were collected already.
Like you sold them. Like wow.
One went to Anti-Archive. It's the film company. And another one go to Chiang Mai.
Oh, okay. So talking about Chiang Mai, there's something there going on where?
Yeah, I think after October, my opening exhibition in Siem Reap, I'm going to start my next residency in Khon Kaen in Thailand.
Wow. And that would be like how long? 1 month as well?
Yeah, will be 1 month, and then we'll have exhibition after that.
Basically, wow, 2 residency in like 2 months, basically.
Yeah, but it have 1 month gaps. But that gap was for me to working on the exhibition in Siem Reap. But it's okay.
Yeah. I was wondering, when you were going to Australia, were you the only Cambodian who got selected, or other people from other parts of the world, or other Cambodians going with you?
So I was the only one who selected to do the residency. And then after that, we're going to have a group exhibition where it's also all Cambodian artists. Yeah.
In Australia?
No, in Cambodia. They're from Cambodia.
Oh, that's another project? Or is linked to the residency?
It's connected with the residency.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's a collaboration with the gallery and the university.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you do your sculpture in Australia, will they keep the your art, or you sell it, or how does it work?
That's what I'm also
wondering.
I hope people buy it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope you stay in Sydney.
Oh, but if it doesn't get sold, like, can you bring it back home, or you have to leave it there?
Yeah,
you gift
I
it
think
to
I can. Like when I go there, I also stay with a Cambodian family in Sydney too.
Oh, cool.
Maybe I can keep them
Interesting.
there.
Yeah.
For a while.
Right. Okay. And this is a question I already asked you before, but I think it's tricky when you start as an artist, how to know how to like price your work of art, right?
Price my work of art.
Like give a value to work of art when you want to sell it.
So I really don't think about it. When I make my work, I didn't think about if I'm going to sell it. I didn't even know that it's going to sell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just tried my first photo art, and then it got sold. And
really? Wow.
Yeah, and then it get grant at Dokma Prize to Saigon, and I sold all of the 5 piece, and then it just continued to sell with my sculpture, but I didn't think about it. But I'm happy.
But people, I hope so. But people buy it. But how? I guess there's a price under the thing. So who decide of this price? Is it the artist, or is it like the organization?
It's the curator.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Like, because I thought you had to like think about how much does my work is valued at. So that's way easier.
Yeah, it's a curator that help us with the pricing, and also with the collector who are going to buy the work. So they hosting exhibition, so they send email to the collector and announcing. Okay. So that's how the ecosystem works. Yeah.
And the curator gets a commission or something like that. That's right.
At the I think the gallery get the exhibition.
The commission,
because
you mean?
Curator work with gallery.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. I'm learning a lot about like how the art ecosystem works, because you even mentioned in the beginning that residency is only for artists under 5 years of experience or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so like if you've been, but how do people know that you've been doing like arts for more or less than 5 years?
I think your CV resume will show.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, you were talking about like Shanghai, then Australia. Yeah. Did we cover everything about your projects for this year or any other
I
project?
think it's
And-
already
yeah.
3 exhibition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, my last residency for this year in Khon, Thailand in November, I will end a trip in Chiang Mai where there will be a Chiang Mai Biennale that I'm going to visit. It's the biggest art festival in Thailand.
Yeah. You mentioned. Okay, okay. Oh, and are you going as a visitor or like you're?
Going as a visitor.
Okay, okay. Nice. And then you will come back to Phnom Penh and finally rest.
Yeah,
Yes.
finally rest.
Okay. I think I had a question popping in my mind, but I forgot. But like one question that some people might think is that as an artist, how do you survive? Like because for those residency, you're not getting paid, right?
We're not getting paid, but we get sponsor.
Okay.
I sponsor most of the flight accommodation for the Sydney. Yeah, but the one in Thailand, I have to cover my own flight.
Okay.
So it depends on the gallery and fee funded as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so how to survive? That's a good question.
You saved like throughout the year for those moments to come.
Yeah, I save a lot and I try to do a lot of things.
Hustle
a lot. So I do freelance, I do workshop, I have like Beton crafts, products, items sold.
Yeah.
And then, and I sold my artwork only once in a while only.
And your freelance, is it like architecture as an architect?
The freelance, I also do a lot.
Oh.
I do, interior architect. And then I also work in a film as a set designer.
Okay. Oh, that's recent or it's been a while?
That's recently.
I see. And
it's quite familiar with the interior and what I did at school. So basically you have to work and design something and build it for the set.
So is it more like for videos, like shootings,
it's
movies?
For like a music video and also for TV commercial.
Cool. You've been enjoying so far?
I enjoy and learn so much, but it's a bit very rush and like long hour working.
Okay.
But it's only during the shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. You have to finish the shoot and everything because it's a production. Yeah.
Right. And people give you like, I mean, the how do you say?
The
director gives you the scenario.
It depends on my role. So the first project I worked I was a set designer, and I worked with directors to produce like a one sets for the music MV. So I work with producer and the director.
Okay. And your role is called like
Again.
And your role is called
Set designer.
Set designer. Okay. Do you see yourself like how to say, evolving in this field?
Yeah, I think after I tried 2 projects so far, I kind of enjoy, because when I work in film, I meet a lot of people, like the production, many different departments. I kind of enjoy it more than architecture. I don't know.
Interesting.
When I do so much thing, I really feel all over the place, so random. But now that I know that I can like drop something or like less interest in, it's also make me feel good, I think. At least.
No, I completely agree, because by starting like so different things, you can explore more, and then since you have more like possibility and choices, you can drop whatever you like less. So that's that's a good way of saying. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yes.
And this opportunity of becoming a set designer, it came by chance, by opportunity, or like you tried looking for those opportunities?
No. So it was the producer come to see my exhibition in Siem Reap, and then that's when she get to know me, and then she just also trust and also give me a chance to try, and I give it a try.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, it's more like relationship and trust.
Okay. No, that's really inspiring, because in a podcast I'm like preparing to release, which might already get released by the time I release this episode, I'm talking about like opportunities coming from meeting people, and and yeah, basically like from relationships and all, you get opportunities, like more opportunities, just like that. And I was having actually this same discussion like with a friend, like during lunch, and he was saying, like telling his own story, and it happened because he knew people who knew people and introduced him. So it's really nice. Okay. And so wait, what was I saying? That person, like, and that set designer opportunity, is it fixed job, like you get paid per month or per project?
It's like a project base.
Okay.
So some project 10 days, some project 15 days.
Okay.
So it's only that short amount of time. But you have to very flexible.
Okay.
But I think I get an advice from the producer. So she told me to that make sure I keep do freelance.
In which way?
Keep do freelance, meaning I don't go to full-time job. So then whenever freelance job, I can accept it, and then it's not too much and over for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because before I started the set designer, I also think that I should get back to full-time job as an architect, like proper train. So then if I'm not trained, then the job is very technical and a lot of process, and we need like years to understand, at least 5 to 6 years to properly train. I didn't went through that at all. I was just freelance right after I graduated. So I still don't know, but I was still exploring.
Okay. I was going to say something about your
just now that I think that if I go to full-time, I think maybe I didn't get the opportunity to do the art residency abroad like this. 1 month abroad to study and experiment with my own work. So I wouldn't have the freedom to do all of these.
Exactly. I mean, freelance is the dream of many people nowadays, especially young people like us, because we get the freedom of like managing our own time. And I heard from a freelancer actually that even though like she doesn't earn a stable income, there's a freedom that is worth everything else. So she's happy to be able to live at her own pace.
I think that those I don't know, the job freelance sometimes pay more. But it's only once in a while.
And then you need to manage your finances during the period you don't have any like projects.
So how I manage is that I keep doing my side hustle with Beton craft studio, workshop, craft. And at the same time working on my art. And then if I have freelance in a good timing, I have time to work on it, then I will accept it. Something like that.
And it takes time to build this like kind of ecosystem, right?
It takes time, I think. Like I already wanted to give up and go to a full-time job. Like about I think on February this year.
Okay. You were thinking about it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Oh, but you actually had a full-time job, no? Recently, that no, wasn't it? Was it
It
a
was a
part-time?
part-time job.
Ah,
It's
okay,
always
okay.
a part-time job.
Part-time job.
I was
Yeah.
a program coordinator at Rong Chiang Community Art Studio.
Can you explain what a art community studio is?
Yeah. The name is Rong Chiang.
Which means?
And the project is initiated by Sasa Project, that part of Documenta 15, where it's the biggest art festival in Germany. So it was funded, and then we get to have the space running for 1 year, the funding to host a workshop, crossing culture with the senior artists from Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, and also the senior artists in Cambodia who work on a contemporary art.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were program coordinator for a year?
Yeah, almost a year. More like 7 months. 7 months.
7 months.
Yeah, that's when I get to build a lot of networking with artists. Yeah.
So you enjoyed it actually?
Yeah, I think I enjoy it. I only do part-time, so like 2 days to 3 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah, but I meet a lot of people. They are traveling to Cambodia to exchange. So I already feel like I'm traveling. Yeah, because I learned so much from them.
And the reason why you're not like still part of that part-time job is because of the residencies that are coming up?
Yeah.
Or is there another reason?
Because I just finished my residency at Sasa Art. And then they start to have the program like 2-3 months later.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
and now you're coming, like you're stopping, right?
Yeah, now I finished the work. The fund already finished.
That's because of that. Okay, I thought it was still continuing. So what will happen to Rumchiang now?
I think it's a pilot. It's called a pilot project. So it's only an experiment. We get a fund only for 1 year. So and then if we have more fund, we will continue it.
So now you're giving back that space to... You're not renting the room.
The space was not rent. It was sponsored by our art collector.
Okay. All right. Are you hot? Like, do you want the aircon?
The fan?
I think the fan will be worse.
Really?
Yeah, it makes sounds, no? Yeah, don't worry. Let's do that.
And I don't like cold. I think it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
In Australia.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 10 degrees.
In
not
Australia.
That cold. Is it cold?
10 degrees. It depends if you're used to cold.
I'm not.
So you have
hot.
You've prepared the winter clothes?
Yeah, I only have one. Just about one.
That should be okay for a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to spend too much on like clothes.
Yeah.
You're going to Australia. Is it your first like far away travel?
Yeah, it's like my first away travel alone.
First time taking the plane?
No, not the first time taking the plane. I've been traveling but with family.
Okay, yeah.
Never go anywhere by myself.
First time. Okay.
I know.
So how do you feel? Like, are you excited or you're scared?
I'm feeling a little bit everything. I'm scared, also nervous. I have to be very responsible for myself.
But you're going to live with a family, like.
Well, it's a mixed stay. I will be stay in a apartment for a while, and then I will stay in Airbnb or with a family. Not sure yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And because asking that, because I was thinking, will you be cooking yourself and all, like this adulting life actually?
Yeah, I think to save money, I think I will cook myself.
Cool. Okay. So being alone, are you afraid of being alone, or you're okay?
I think I grew up with like a big family. You know, I have 4 brothers, small brothers, and I'm the eldest one. So at home, I always it's never silent. It's always loud and crowded.
Oh.
And never have my own space. Now I have my own space.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's gonna hit me and feel different.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I will adapt and ready for it.
And you will learn, I guess, from being alone, like learn maybe more about yourself or just being more independent, or like I'm sure there are ways in which you will grow, but we don't know how. Like,
yeah,
I
I think
mean,
I'm gonna experience in real life.
But okay, so many things are waiting for you. How do you see yourself like in December or the end of this year? Because I've seen people, you know, they go abroad and they come back, they've changed a bit, like in the good way. So let's see how you will change in like 4 months. I mean, you'll be back.
I think you have to help me and see, hang out with me and see if I change.
Yeah, exactly. I'll see you.
Yeah, but I think I will learn a lot and grow, because I think I will have my own space and I think I will be more independent.
Yeah, I'll see you in mid-October, like end of October. Like you'll be there for 2 weeks, right, or something like that. Before between Australia and like
yeah, you have
Thailand.
to come to my exhibition in Siem Reap.
Siem Reap, okay. I will try my best. Okay. How is your family supporting you in those like endeavors?
I'm sorry, the cat is so loud. Yeah. So, how is that again?
How is your family supporting you in those new projects and all?
I think they were not like that fond of me. FOND of me supporting me that I'm going abroad, because it's my first time, and my dad was like, I'm not sure if he's joking or not, but he said, don't go.
Okay.
Why am I doing this?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think deep down, I think he just worried about me.
Yeah.
He keeps saying I'm a girl, and how do I gonna live? Because I always
normal,
living with them my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they still think that I'm still a baby.
Yeah, I guess it's normal, especially when you go to a country you're alone. Like being a girl, it's still dangerous in a way. Like you never know what can happen. But thankfully, it's Sydney, so normally it should be okay. Just avoid some areas. I heard like there's some area. No, I think it was Melbourne, which is more dangerous than Sydney or something. But yeah, as long as you're with people who know the place, yeah, don't go alone anywhere at night. You never know. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, you're the oldest of the family, so I think it's how do you say, a step to being alone for the first time and all, and then I guess they will get used to it. I'm going to say for your brothers, but your brothers are guys, so I guess they will be more flexible anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my dad was like, "Oh, it's very good if I'm a boy."
Yeah.
What?
Cool. Okay. So I wanted to ask also something about being creative, because you're an artist. And a question I've been like pondering on or about is like, is having deadlines making you more creative? Because technically you have this like, let's say you have an exhibition coming up and they give you basically just 1 month to work on your project. So having a deadline set, does it make you more creative because you have to think about something to create?
Yes, I think deadline is very efficiency. Yeah, if don't have deadline, I don't think I will ever finish my sculpture.
Yeah, right.
I think it's for everyone.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So you're someone who actually procrastinates if you're not like, you don't have a deadline, or?
Yeah, I think I tend to leave all my work till last minute and procrastinate.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, plan ahead too much.
So another question, just to learn more about yourself, but what's your relationship with failure? Like, are you scared of failure in different aspects of your life? But Or are you just, you don't think about the result, you just move forward and you'll see where it leads you. If it's failure, it's fine, and you're not afraid of it.
I think my experience with like startup maybe is a good example.
Good,
At first,
good.
I feel like I couldn't face it. Like I don't want to talk about it when people mention about it or anything. But now I talk about it
Ah,
and
nice.
really I don't know, like confront. I failed this and I did not successful, and I learned from it. And it's always the start of something else.
Yeah, okay, I
Mm.
like that. So you're not like, you were, do you think you were ashamed at the time?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
ashamed to talk about it and mention
Okay.
about it.
Uh.
And then now it's okay.
What was the process to grow out of it?
Mm, I think the process
To not become like, to not stay ashamed of failure.
mm, I think I have to confront it because people asking about it too much, and
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay.
just confront
Uh-huh.
and love to open and talk about what we feel.
But it doesn't make you, basically, like, from learning from this, you're still like ready to start anything, right? Like, you're not afraid, like, because I'm sure like some people are thinking already of the like possibility of failing, so they are not starting anything. But you, I think, like, even if you learn what failure is, you would still like forever start any new project as long as there's a possibility of like succeeding, right?
Do you have to say anything more? Yeah, I
Just
think
confirming, yeah.
you confirm.
And also think like, as an artist, you have to move forward if you, because you still believe in your own art, right? Like, you want to make it work out, so you will continue even if it takes time to succeed in your artist journey, right?
Yeah, because all of those art project, it was just to satisfy my curiosity and what I'm curious and want to know more. So I think it. So I think it's always find ways to continue and to do more.
So if I say in other words, basically at the beginning of your artist journey, you didn't think too much about like being serious about like being your own like focusing on this career. It's just that it was your hobby. Wait. I need water.
Okay. I think the cat. Oh my god, is it stuck? Do you know cat language? Does it sound like it needs food?
This sounds like when they are like having their period.
Really?
My question was, yeah. So I think if I say in other words, basically, you started art as a hobby first, so you didn't think like too much about like, I need to make this work out like from the beginning. So you didn't have this pressure. It was more of like a possibility or like a side hustle at the beginning. So that's why you were not pressured too much. But so that's why you were ready to start like this journey. See what I mean? Like, some people, they don't have any other options rather than just being an artist. So I guess they have more pressure and they're afraid of failing as an artist. So
Yeah, because when I first started, I didn't expect or thought of,
exactly, yeah.
like this is gonna be my journey. I just give it a try.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also do something else.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
also like multitasking a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think many artists will be able to, or people who want to become full-time artists, they can relate to you, because I've heard like some podcasts where artists, they said they are now successful or on the way to be successful, and they said that they've been like side hustling back then. When they started, they were basically side hustling a lot, and side hustling which were not has side hustles which were not even related to their craft, but just making like, how do you say, ends meet, like, how do you call that, yeah, to survive.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything they can do, they will.
Yeah,
do.
like
I will
working
do
in
it.
a bar, working in the restaurant, like as a waiter. so that they're able to still continue as artists during their free time until it works out. And it works out maybe 5 years later, 10 years later. By sometimes you just need chance in the end, even if you work really hard. So yeah, and okay, so far it's been like going well for you. So that's quite nice.
Not sure. Let's see in December.
But do you consider yourself like behind compared to your friends who maybe have a corporate job or something like that?
I did think about it, but I think I try not to compare myself, because I did like few months ago. I did compare, and I thought like, oh, I study architect. Why don't I practice my skill? Will I forget it? I'm like also hesitate and not sure if I want to work in a different career.
But now you're like, you don't mind if you hear about your friends successful and all.
I keep hearing them complaining about the full-time job, so I'm like, I'm glad.
Good.
Sorry.
Can't relate.
Can't relate, sorry.
Good. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Anything else you want to add about like how you've grown now that you're you want to say your age? I don't know.
Oh, I forget to tell my age.
You are?
I'm 24.
Yeah. You recently turned 24 like 2 months ago, is it? Yeah. And did you have any like thought in your mind, like now that you're 24, any like looking back at how you've grown, or like you're the beginning of your career, do you feel like you're in a good spot right now? Are you happy?
Yeah, I think I started to become a little bit financially independent, but it's not that fully yet.
Yeah.
Because I still live with my parents. And I think so far it's been good. I have some saving which are able to help me survive until December.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I still do keep my Beton craft studio working. I have my team working on it, and also
you have a team under you, like
Yeah.
you employ people.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
They're working part-time.
Okay.
Yeah, they are like
nice.
an architect student, year 2, so they work part-time like 3 days a week.
Okay.
So it's like how I practice myself, like only work part-time, so then you can work on your study or your hobbies.
Okay. So those people who work under you, it's for your freelance in architecture.
No, it's for Beton craft.
Beton crafts. Okay, okay.
I have two teams, and then my former co-founder.
Yeah.
She's kind of coming back to host the workshop. So
really?
I think she will handle the workshop when I'm not in Phnom Penh.
Okay. And speaking of your workshop, you recently mentioned that, so you started your first workshop in June, right? June? Was it June? May. Okay. May. So it's been like 3-4 months, right?
Yeah, 3-4 months.
So it's interesting that your business started first, like you were selling the products you were making, and then you thought about doing like a workshop to like for people who might want to do it themselves. And now you've came to a stage where you're actually proposing those services for companies, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think about that? Like, was it because saying like you had a connection who thought, oh, I would like to my employees to have this opportunity?
I think I did not have that connection, but it all started from the Instagram page itself. And the reel that I made didn't get exposed to the company because it's a good team bonding activities for the company, and also to learn about the sustainable making of the homeware products from recycled bottle. I think it's a good learning and sharing, and it's always been my like a vision or core value to share this and bring togetherness of the community to aware of the recycling, glass recycling.
Okay. So you already had this vision of like how this project will grow.
Yeah. We have the core value like start with CRAFT. C for create, R for 3R, reuse, recycle, and reuse. And then F for fund, and T for togetherness. So bringing
Cool.
together and the workshop, so then we can share this vision so people know more about the awareness of the glass recycling.
But were you expecting like your workshop to go for big companies who will?
Not at all. I was only
Wow.
expect to do like once a month at my own studio. And then they started to invite us.
Wow,
at the
that's
company.
amazing. Okay. So yeah, like I think luck and opportunities are coming to you even though you were not expecting, and we don't even know how it will grow. Like I don't know if you
Yeah,
meant.
it's just like one day thing and then just do.
Wow.
And shout out to my team for supporting.
Yeah. And then what do you think next year will like bring, or you have any project? Because now you have everything planned for like until end of 2023. Do you project and like prepare things for 2024?
Yeah, I do have a big plan for my small crafty things.
Yeah.
I wanted to explore more in the furniture design, more into interior. So now it's only the homeware, decor products, small items.
Okay.
But the next step would be like the big furniture to supply to interior or a project here
Okay.
that we gonna base on the sustainable recycling model.
Nice.
So the product is like 30 to 50% recycle. It's like a circle of life.
Yeah. But as part of Beton Craft Studio also.
Yeah, as part of Beton
cool.
Craft
So
Studio.
okay. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I hope I
okay.
can do it. Now that I say it.
It's recorded. So next year I'll just like make you listen again and ask you like where are you at. So yeah, that's the purpose of this podcast, to record you at a tea time, like a moment tea. And like in a few like months, let's see where you're at and how you've grown. So yeah, that was actually my last question. Like, do you have a goal for this new school year? Because we have a new year in January, but there's also a new year for people who go back to school in September. So if you had like a new project, so I guess this would be that goal for the coming school year.
Yeah.
Or you have any new skills you want to develop that might be art related, like a new field of art, or a skill that is not related to art, like anything?
I think I would be like, I hope I'm prepared for my solo exhibition.
Which one? A new one?
No,
Not residency,
I
right?
I don't have a plan, but when I do all of this residency, I hope I'm well prepared enough to do my solo exhibition.
Which would be in Cambodia?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
Cambodia or abroad. It depends.
Organized by yourself, or like people reach out to you to organize?
Should be organized by the gallery.
Okay. All right. Amazing. So that new skill, new project coming up. Okay, thank you so much, Chandy. We talked so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So now we're ready to eat pizza, and so we'll see you in another podcast as a guest, or maybe you will be like with me interviewing someone else, but you'll be so busy. So I'll see you maybe let's try to do a podcast after your Australia trip.
December?
Okay, let's do December so that we have
yeah.
accumulating so many like projects.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye, everyone.